Good morning, Shashi ma'am.
Oh, Shashi is
Good
joined.
morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. We were in the other meet as well. So superb. All right. Let me just adjust. Yes. Good. So today is the day 3. Okay. Is my screen clear in terms
Sir,
of the full
Yes,
screen? Yeah.
yes.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Lovely. So, so let me start this off. Right. Right. So this is the session 3 of the 3. All right. So today we're going to be talking about how can we become a successful course entrepreneur. All right. So what are we going to cover today? 1 second. This is bothering. Okay. I need to figure out. Just give me a second. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Ah. So what the course entrepreneur's journey looks like from the inside, from someone who has almost crossed that, that is where I took it from, and I am halfway through, and I'm going to give you the complete journey, how it looks like from the inside, and how you need to prepare for it. The tools that you absolutely need for building an online course business, the most critical overlooked resource that will accelerate your course business or sabotage you if you don't have it, and the question that every entrepreneur must ask at every juncture and opportunity. This is applicable for not only course entrepreneurs, this is applicable for any entrepreneur. Okay. And the role of a high quality video and effects in creating online courses, and when does it come into the picture. All right. So that's what we are going to be talking about it today. Right. So if you have reviewed the videos of the last 2 days, you would have seen that whatever was said is actually covered during the session. If you can go and check it out for yourself. So today also again we will meet that requirement. Why we are doing all of this is so that you can accelerate towards your online course business and get whatever are your dreams that you need. Okay. So an online course is a hobby, whereas an online course business is the key too. So now I want to ask you people to tell me what does online business creates. Shared both yesterday, day before yesterday. What are the things? Okay. You can unmute and tell me, or you can type it in the chat box. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for starting the recording. Yeah. Come on. It's just 3 words. What does
Leverage, freedom, and
super.
impact.
Super. First word is leverage or leverage. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay. All right. First word is leverage. Leverage relates to what's happening? Leverage relates to time. Okay. All right. And the next one is freedom, which is already said. This relates to money. And the third one,
Impact.
impact. Wonderful. Thank you. That relates to people. Okay. This is the only course that I know. This is the only way that when I know where all the 3 are getting simultaneously generated. Okay. Later on today, I will say some more things which Mastan is keeps hearing from me for many times. So then we looked at the 5 ingredients of an irresistible offer: the topic, the student, the outcome, the context, and the example. And we all wrote down our instant credibility formula using this part of it. Yesterday we looked at 3 people's in the session itself. All right. And we also looked at the 3 core human needs, which are safety and stability, which is related to money; love and connection, which is related to people; and health and fitness, which is a personal. Once again, it falls under the. And to be active or get these needs, we need to spend time. So that's where all the things again gets connected. We also looked at the difference between the needs and the wants, and why we need to focus on the acute pain or an irrational passion and not so much on a chronic pain. So that's the story of the dog sitting on the nail is what we spoke about it. Then how to zero in on what the market wants is what we spend the time. Yesterday we said that the quick way or a gut check way or an intuitive way to do that is, can you tell a story? And the story is, this person has this problem and I, which means they want my solution. What is the story? If you can tell the story, that's one check. Second check that we can do is through research, the secondary research, and then to the, we go and talk to people, and we spend a lot of time on talking to people and various parts of it. So when you do that, you can bring out the genius in you outside, the entrepreneur in you outside, and how you are going to make the sorry, how you are going to add value and create impact in the world is what this is all about, right? So, and we looked at the three keys to the success, online course success, which is the irresistible offer we covered on day one, eager market day two, and today we are going to look at the success launchpad, right? So the, when is launchpad means we are going to start, we want to go out on a journey. So when we are going out on a journey, we need to pack up. That depends upon what is your destination. If you are going for a summer vacation, which is on the left hand side picture, your packing is different. If you are going for a winter vacation, your packing is different. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you the complete online course journey, entrepreneur's journey. So where you want to go, you decide accordingly. You need to pack up accordingly, you need to prepare and be ready for that. So that's what we are going to do today. All right, so there are 5 stages in the on, this is the complete insider view of the course business roadmap. All right, so there are 5 stages and we'll go through each one of that. The very first one is the, what is we call as a pre-course. That means it's your condition as on today. All right, that is the first stage. So we're going to be looking at from the money point of view and the skills that is needed point of view to be here and to move on. Okay. So right now people are, in generally speaking, in the revenue they are earning in Indian context is about 50,000 to 2 lakh rupees per month, which means it's about 6 lakhs to 24 lakhs per annum. If you are less than that, or if anybody is less than that, don't worry. First, we want you to reach at least the 50 and then we move forward. But I'm sure all of us who are present here at some point of time were in that range. Okay. I don't know if anyone had crossed the 24 lakh per annum level, but certainly we were in the 6 lakhs to 24 lakhs bracket. Most of us were there. So now the question is, what are the skills that are required here as well as to move to the next level? The first one is you should be able to do conversational selling. That is, you talk to people and sell. Now, oh no, I have not been an entrepreneur so far. No, you have been a salesman. All right, because you have sold ideas that you had, and that has happened over a conversation on a one-to-one basis. You would not have reached wherever you are without resilience and not being fragile. Okay, you must understand your customer. Again, if you have not been a business owner, you have got internal customers in your wherever you are working with, your team member, your family. You need to understand what they are. You are a subject matter expertise already, at least in one area. You have been resourceful and you have been learning. Now you need to strengthen this. Unless and until you strengthen this, you cannot move to the next level, which is called as the pilot level. Okay, to go to the pilot level, before that, if you want to become, is this what is called as a POC must be met. Can anyone tell me, type in the chat box as what does POC mean for you? Do you know it? Do you know what it is? If you don't know, just quickly say don't know. I'll quickly move forward. Okay, no. Vijayanana, you know it. I'll tell you the answer and you will say, that one. Yeah, I know. Okay, all right. It is
Point of contact?
Sorry?
Point of contact or person of contact?
No, proof of concept. when you want to sell anything, there needs to, people will ask you, have you done it before? What is the proof that it works? So proof of concept is the first thing that needs to happen. A lot of time people get stuck in the pre pilot stage, or in the pre entrepreneurial stage, stay there because they are not able to come up with the proof of concept in a compelling manner. Okay, all right. And if you are starting a new course and a new business, you don't have a proof of concept. How to break that and move forward is what we will cover in, we will teach in the course in depth. Today we'll touch upon that. All right. So see, whenever we are talking about, we covered this, is like we come up with our own assumptions. We make the assumption that people want what you are offering, and you can reach those people. They want it enough to pay for it. You can help them get the outcomes, and you can do it cost effectively, and you are going to enjoy the process. All these are, let's say we begin with the assumptions. Yesterday what we covered in the research, you have to convert it into, yes, these are facts and they are not assumptions. Okay. And if they are whatever you thought, these are the areas that you will have assumptions. Those assumptions need to be validated, otherwise you will change your assumptions. Okay, and see whatever is needed to be done, and once you do that, it will become very easy to move forward. Okay, all right. So how do we do that? Is it becomes an iterative process. Okay, this is what piloting is all about. You create a prototype. So you start with a hypothesis, like in as in a scientific method. This is a very scientific approach that we are taking. You come up with an hypothesis and you say this is what it is, and you go on uh, in the scientific world you experiment. Here also you experiment. How you experiment here is by sharing. So when you share, people will give you feedback, then you come and refine it. And why it becomes a circle is, you might have to do 2, 3, 4 cycles before you come up with a pilot course. And you may run 2, 3 pilots before you actually go to the next level, which is the course. We'll come to that in a minute, right? So please don't think that it is a, it is not linear, it is circular. You keep going around in the circle, at one point of time you get out of the circle, right? And that is when the next stage growth will start. Okay, all right. So you enter into the pilot stage when you have done with it and you are going to run a pilot course. Now here the income is going to be episodic, in the sense you do the work, you get the money. You don't do the work, you will not get the money. And you can do the work n number of times, so many times you will keep getting the income, right? So it is not consistent ongoing income, right? Internationally or worldwide, when you run a pilot, you can earn anywhere between $2,000 to $20,000 per episode, per time that you launch a pilot. Okay. So I had to sit and do my own little bit of calculations, because we don't have that kind of a research data in India. So I had to go into logic and work out. And I know that we can make anywhere between 1 lakh to 4 lakhs in the Indian context. Okay. If you do it once, that is your annual income. If you do it twice, double it. If you do it thrice, you treble it. All right. How many times you will do the pilot? That much. But before you, the biggest challenge is launching the very first pilot. Once you do one pilot, then you can refine it and keep doing pilots, or you can move up to the next stage. So what are the skills needed in to reach the pilot stage are these. First, you must understand your customer. Then you already have this. Somebody says something, you will infer and come to a decision making. That's what we were talking about yesterday, as to what questions to ask, what questions not to ask. And when they say that, how do you come up with a solution? That's all about inferential decision making. Now, here is another concept that we are saying is, take rapid, imperfect action, right? I know there are a lot of things which I have not done very well right now here. I said that Neelam and Hema are the ones who made me, I would have done this 3 months later, but their prompt made me do it now. Okay, right? So that is rapid, imperfect action, right? And you're seeing with that, yes, there are some things. In the first day, I couldn't handle my screen properly. I figured it out. I mean, I knew it and I started using it from the next day. And first day there was some feedback in certain places. I went too fast, so I become a little conscious and try to be a little more slower when it is there. So like that, some feedback has come. 90% of the feedback was positive and very good, and 10% was where I could improve, and they came as, yeah, you should improve like this. Okay. In fact, I'd even sent the recording to my uncle, who is a retired director of public instruction. Right. His comment was, he is my uncle, right? So I asked him for it. Uh, okay. Um, okay, Neelam. So I sent it to him, and he sent it to me saying, "Look, Anand, I don't know the subject matter of it, but here is my feedback to you, and God bless you. Go for it." Right? You have done a good job. So that's where the thing is. So from take rapid imperfect action and move forward. And conversational skilling is selling is what we need to develop, and very important. We need to be resilient and anti-fragile internally. Okay. All right. This is what is essential. So if someone goes through the course that I would offer in some time from now, all these skills will improve because they will start learning and refining these skills, even if they don't launch the pilot. But launching the pilot is the critical part. So from pre-course to pilot, from pilot it goes to the course. All right. So you will, which means that you have done your pilot, you got your feedback, and now you are ready to launch a full-fledged course. In order to launch a full-fledged course, you have to launch it, right? Just as you launch a pilot, you launch this, right? The way you launch a course is completely different. In order to do, okay, for when you do that, your income will be now again episodic, in the sense that when you do it, you get it, otherwise you will not. But it can go from up to 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs in the Indian context every time you launch. If you launch it once a year, it is that money. If you launch it twice, you double it. All right. But here the key skills that are required are instructional design, content production. This is where videos come into the picture. Launch architecture. How do you launch it? And then rapid iterative fulfillment. You need to be very quick in fulfilling the requirements. Of course, resourcefulness and learning repeats here, right? So from here, if you go to, only when you master the course level, you get into the next level, which is marketing. When you get into marketing is when it stops being episodic. And okay, in marketing you actually create a machine. This is like a machine. You put something in one end, something else comes out at the other end, right? Whatever you put on the top, which is the various marketing part of it, it becomes sign-ups, leads, and sales, and becomes dollars for you, or money for you. That is a machine that it produces. So to produce that kind of a machine, these are the skills that are required. And your income now will become annual and consistent, will be minimum 10 lakhs, and it can be up to 50 lakhs in the Indian context. Okay, because here we are talking about throughout the year, and this is what you will hit. So what is required here? You need to understand the customer. Apart from that, you need to know how to generate leads, and you need to how to engineer the conversion from a lead to a sale. And then you need to know what are business models and how to model your business. And resourcefulness and learning repeats. Okay. Once you set the machine up and it goes, then you start leveraging is when you bring many things that you do into one place and start making things happen. Each one will feed on to the other. All right. So for that, at that time when you go, we are talking about at least 1 crore rupees per annum in the Indian context. Okay. Internationally they're talking about 250,000 to 2.25 millions. That's in dollars, so we have to multiply that by 75. But in the Indian context, I am pretty confident that one can reach there when we reach this. The beauty here is, after this point, it is annual and consistent. Okay. All right. So for this, now it comes to the other side of it, of the business, which is building systems, attracting great people to become a team, delegating and managing, developing strategy. And resourcefulness and learning doesn't leave you. All right. So this seem to be a lot of skills that we need to. So let's all put them together. This many are coming up. But if you take this whole thing and if you look at it, it will fall under two categories. Whatever is in the green, you must possess. You cannot delegate this. And you will see that many of that are repeating. All right. And whatever is in the blue, you can outsource it. Some of you will be surprised or might not agree with me that subject matter expertise at this level is not important. All right. You may not agree with me right now, but when we go in depth and you do it, you know that subject matter expertise can be hired. All right, because everything else can be hired, but what is in the green you cannot hire, you must develop it. So if you take that and put it together, it falls into just four things that you need to possess. One is you must know, you must understand your customer, you must know how to do conversational selling. The other two is you should be resilient and anti-fragile, and you should be resourceful and learning. If you look at those, the top two are to dealing with influencing customers. The second one is you be a leader and leading yourself, right? Today we're going to be, yesterday we spent a lot of time about influencing customers and talking about it. Today we're going to be focusing a little more on leading yourself. Okay, right? So what is this leading in, if we go and look into it, resourcefulness. The dictionary definition says that resourcefulness means the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties, right? Would you agree with this dictionary definition? Can you please, if it is yes, please type in the chat box X. Yes. Resourcefulness is the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties. If you agree, please type yes. This is just to ensure that people have not gone to sleep for me talking. Okay, that's about it. So please type in. Yeah, good, great. Yeah. So Neelam and Srinivas have done. So at least two people are awake. So I can go ahead. All right. So because within a minute, I'm going to give how to become resourceful, but let us understand resourcefulness a little better. Okay. Tony Robbins says that it is not resources, but resourcefulness that ultimately makes the difference. The three resources, once again, I'll say that it is time, people, and money. These are the only three resources that's available in the world. I'll repeat that point a little later. All right. But it is resourcefulness. So what is the difference between resources and resourcefulness? Resources are like carbohydrates. You need it, it converts to energy and you expend it. Resourcefulness is like a muscle. Once you develop it, it stays with you. So it's got more to do with your mental setup. All right. So here is my question, and for this I want answer from everybody. Have you ever had your back to a wall and pulled a rabbit out of a hat like a magician? In other words, you were in a very tight, difficult situation. And in that tight, difficult situation, you came up with a solution just like that. Has it happened for you? If it has happened for you, type yes. Okay. Right? I don't want the incident, just type yes. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Shilpa is saying no. Okay. Galaxy J7 is who? Sangeeta? No.
Ratna madam, sir.
Ratna madam. Okay. Ratna
Sir,
madam.
it's
No,
me,
ma'am.
Ratna.
Ratna ma'am, no. You have done that before. At some point of time in a personal conversation, I'll bring it out for you. But most of you are saying yes. And yes, you have done that for it. So how do you do that? How does it make it happen? See, because when we face a situation which is difficult, or when we have a difficult kind of this one, we would say, could I? Can I do this? Is it possible for me? Okay. Would that question limit you or will it expand your capabilities? Okay. It limits you. So, how to break that and how can you move to resourcefulness? Would you like me to give a tip that it will solve and make you resourceful at any point of time in your life? If you want it, you say yes. If you say yes, then I will give it. I need yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Srinivas is in his style now. Yes. Okay. All right. So since he said that for everybody else together, let me tell you, you just change one word or add one word to it. Remove could I and just say, ask, how could I? Okay. How could I, if you ask, your mind will start looking for possibilities. A mind is structured in such a way that whatever you direct it to, it goes in that direction, right? So how to make that happen? Conscious mind, subconscious mind, all that we need to get into. Simple tool is, whenever you say, can I do it, or should I do it, or am I capable question, you say, how can I be, or how could I be, right? And you move into resourceful state, which will bring you all the resources. So the next point is, we need to be anti-fragile. Okay, books have been written about it, about how to do it. So in this book, it is given like this: what is the difference between a fragile person and a resilient person? Fragile person is, like sitting over there, the sword is hanging, anytime it can fall, and he is always complaining about the sword that is hanging and not moving himself out. All right. Whereas the resilient person is like the phoenix, which even if you burn it down, it raises from the ashes. Okay. Now, the third and the most important part of it is, how do you become anti-fragile? Is like, again, another mythical creature, which is known as the Hydra. If you cut off the head, another head will come up. That is from the Western. I am sure you all also have heard about various Rakshasas, the people in our Puranas and Ityasas, saying that if you cut off the head comes back. Wali's Wali, if whoever is an opponent in front of Wali, their strength becomes his strength, right? It would keep doubling up. And that's why Rama had to go behind a tree and shoot him from the back. All right. So like that, that is where, and that is being anti-fragile. No one can defeat this person. How can a person who refuses to stay defeated can be defeated? It is not possible. All right. So a lot of people say about it, how can we become anti-fragile is the question. Sorry. So that is a question here. How do entrepreneurs become anti-fragile? Again, just as a simple tool that was there, let me give you another simple tool for you, right? Most of the time, when we find difficult situations, we go to, I just need to get past this hard part and then I will enjoy. Okay. Bad news, sad news, difficult news, you will never get past. One difficulty is over, another difficulty will come to you. Okay, so you will never get past this. So how do you become get out of that and leave the frustration out and become anti-fragile? Is you change it to, I hope I don't okay, I hope I don't get past this hard part before I learn to navigate it with stoicism and grace. All right. So if yes, that is a difficult, I need to handle it. Let me learn from the situation. What is the situation telling me? Where am I weak? Where do I need to strengthen myself? So that's beautifully said. So you ask this question to yourself, what's the lesson in this? Okay, it's a very tough situation for me, but what's the lesson in this? You start focusing on that, you will get the lesson, and the lesson itself will propel you out of being it. Nobody can keep you down. A difficult situation momentarily may put you down, you may fall down. Yeah, Shilpa ma'am saying yes. Ravana was said to be having in the 10 heads for that. Yeah, thank you ma'am. So what is the lesson in this particular situation is what we need to have. So then we will once again get up and start fighting start growing in the life. Okay, or start fighting whatever is a negative situation and convert it into a positive situation. Another tool that helps us to help you in recovering from being a very difficult situation is a community. A community of people who are in the same journey and who are going through, because they will face similar kind of a difficulties. When one solves, others will cheer, and the person who has solved it will be able to help the other person. Hey, look, this is what I did, you can try out over this. And this is where a community comes into the picture. And This is where the whole lot of relationships and people will come into the picture. All right, that's another tool that we can use for it, but we need to be conscious. So this is where Jim Rohn says you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Okay, how can it be true? Is simply because when you are spending most time with people, those people will give you all of these. They give you guidance, they hold you accountable, they help you to get to your strategy, they shift your frame of reference. Okay, and they give you feedback, and they give you reality checks, right? These are the things that we do. In fact, a couple of days back, I learned a new technique or a new tool from Shashi ma'am, Shashi Chaudhary, that how can you come up with solutions very quickly? Okay, at some other point of time, we will, because it has to be experienced. So cannot say it in, I cannot explain it in words. You must only experience it. At some point of time, one of us will take you through with it. All right. So that will make you a quick, very quick problem solver. All right. So this is, I actually, according to me, this is Swami Vivekananda also has said something like this, but I couldn't find it quickly enough on the net. So I've got this here. It says, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges, wish for more wisdom. Right? So when we bring our mind around to this kind of a things, then things will start happening. Right? So this is how you will become resilient and anti-fragile. Right? How could I, simple question, what is the lesson for me, and whom can I associate with, and how can I focus on my own growth? All right. And how can I, in Stephen Covey's words, how can I increase my circle of influence and stop worrying about my circle of concern? So that's what he says in beautifully in his book, Seven Habits. Okay. All right. So this is the two inputs that I had to give today, and I have given. So we are at a juncture where we need to now look at, okay, I've taken about 30 minutes, 34 minutes now. Right. So now we are at a juncture to see. Now the path will go in two ways. So I'm going to be asking you the Latin, this thing saying, where are you going? Quo vadis. All right. Now, what do you know? You know the complete picture of the journey of a course entrepreneur and the 5 stages, and what is the what are the skills that you need, and what are the focus areas that you need to do and you must develop, and what is the income potential in each one of that. All right. Now, here is a question that I want to ask for it. The universal principle is the begin with the end in mind. How do you want to be remembered after our time is over and you move on? What is it that you want to leave as a legacy? How do you want to be remembered as, oh, he could have been, or yeah, he was like that. He did this, right? Could have been or is. Right? So that is something that you need to decide. So then what do you want to be remembered is when you need to start designing your life starting from today, right? Because today is the only reality that we have. Yesterday is a memory, tomorrow is an imagination, but today is a present. So that is why it is a gift. What are we going to make out of today or this moment? Okay. This moment takes us to spiritual level. At the outer world level, today is good enough. What are we going to do today? What am I going to do today? All right. Yes, certainly there is a lots to learn. But if you learn these things, it will certainly lead to lots of earning. Okay. Lots of satisfaction, lots of impact, and lots of leverage. All of that would happen. And yeah, this is where I had put in there saying the 3 resources. This is where I came up with as a practicing my business coaching. I realized that there are only 3 resources in the world. One is time, the second one is people, third one is money. You combine these in a different formats, everything else in the world will be available for you. So why am I simplifying it? Because from the simplified things, we can take action. What resource do I need and how do I combine with it? And that is what we need to do about it. All right. And in the three, time is life, right? This is what Sadhguru says. He says, time is passing means our life is passing. Every moment of our life, we are going closer to the end of our life, right? I'm not saying this in a kind of a negative manner. I'm saying it in a positive manner. It's saying how best can we make use of today? So you need to look at it from that particular perspective. These are these are my perspectives, and this is what I have done. So let's go to the next part of it. So this is, I want to now start talking about the course. Please listen to it with an open mind. And the two parts is, yes, I want this course now, or no, I don't want this course, or I may need this course a little later. All right. So that will, for the two will fall in one category. Yes, I need it. And if you don't want, so both yes or a no are a welcome answers, right? Don't be in the dilemma. If you are in a dilemma, that means there is something in your mind. Please reach out and ask the questions. I don't mind even calling you up and talking to you about if you need my help to make the decision, right? So what will you learn in this course? You will learn how to think like a successful course builder, so you can feel confident and take action even if you have never launched a pilot before. Then how will you find the winning course idea that suits your skill set? If you don't already have a specific topic in mind, if you already have a specific topic in mind, fantastic, this you have already crossed with our inputs in the first day of these 3 days. Then how do you take advantage of your knowledge, skills and insights? Then you need to turn them into an online course. Now that's a process that one needs to learn. Even if you think it is something that can, even if you think that it's something that cannot be taught online, okay, show you how to convert it into a online course. All right, because a lot of things can be done online which can't be done in the physical world. There are a few things which we can do in person which we can't do in an online one, that we can leave and we can make use of what is available for us, right? Then how to validate your course idea quickly and you start selling it almost immediately, right? I'll refer back to this point a little later. How to banish the urge to teach your students everything that you know, because overwhelming them won't help them to learn, and focus on giving them what they need today. All right. Yes, I know we say, I want to give the best to whole world and I want to give the best to each child in this world. That's what I want to do myself, right? But if I say that, let me focus on every child in the world, I will never be able to reach that. Let me focus on a group of students and start going over there. Then at some point of time, hopefully I will reach the whole world, or I would have made a greatest impact that's possible in the time that I have, so that I will be remembered for what I did, not for a possibility that I could have been, right? How to collect and use your students' feedback and make your course even more valuable and easier to sell every time, right? So your students are going to help you to make your course better. Isn't that good? The exact strategies, you will need to find the first few students and then make your first maybe up to 50 course sales, right? So up to that, what we teach is going to be helping you in this course. Beyond that, the whole thing changes, and that's when the marketing machine gets into the picture in place. We will not be covering that in this course. How to feel good about charging a premium prices for your courses and eliminate price resistance from your buyers. This is something that we will be covering very well. What you will learn is how to create an identity or a brand for your course business that's so compelling and so aligned with your ideal clients that you become the only option for them to buy from, making any competition irrelevant. Okay, don't worry about this in a word document, I would be able to, I'll be sharing with you as to what you will learn in this course. Okay, because these are the promises that I am making. In all the 3 days, each day I made 5 promises that I will share those things. You can go, I challenge you, you can go and refer. I have met that, even if it is a little bit fuzzy or hazy right now in your mind, it has been done. All right. Now, why I'm so confident or so about giving these promises is because The whole of this process is what we call as a co-creation. You are going to create your course. Of course, you are the parent of this. You take it forward, but your students are going to help you and you co-create. I am going to, in the next slide, I'll start the co-creation process right now today. All right. But that's wait for the next slide. Before that, oh no, sorry, it's here only, right? This part of it. How can I name this course? I came up with 9 choices, right? You don't have to, okay. Maybe if you just read through this, if you like one of this, you can just type that there in the chat box. But later on, I will share this with you. You can pick the best one. And also, please let me know if you are against any particular choice. You say, no, that sounds odd to me. I don't like that. That's also important. What's your first choice and what's your against choice, right? I don't want it. If it is there, this is something that I would be asking you for, and that will become the final course name. Till then, one of these we will use, okay? Or before we launch the actual course starting date, we might come up with it and we will finalize it. Okay, LMP stands for launch my pilot. Yeah, okay, all right, thanks, Sapta. All right, so that gets one vote. So we will go for it, and we see for that. All right, then what you will receive during this process, okay? This is going to be about 16 weeks is going to be this course. Somewhere else I would say that you will be receiving short videos. This will not be very refined high-tech videos, okay? Short videos will teach you key principles that you must learn. And not only it will share the key principles, it will also give you quick exercises. We will give you quick exercises to convert those principles to easy to follow action steps, principles to action steps. And for that, you can ask your peers and coaches feedback as well, right? Um, and Nilam, we need to save this chat because then we can keep these suggestions that people are giving. Yeah, thank you. So these quick exercises will help you build up, will build up into your first pilot. Okay. So what you would be doing for help you, and your pilot, you'll start creating your pilot almost immediately, right? And there will be a live weekly group coaching calls. Okay, all the students will get together, and in case for on any particular week, if you are not able to come, the recordings will be made available. But it is highly recommended that you are there, because you can ask questions, you can listen to other people. When people are talking, you can see their faces, and you can ask for clarification of something that they say, which would not be possible when you're only watching a recording. Of course, you can certainly make use of the other supports that I will give. There will be a weekly, you will be check-ins which will be written. So you will identify your wins and your challenges, for which there will be a feedback from me, as well as the ability to you will have the ability to ask as many questions as you want via email, because it's an unlimited support. Email support is what I will provide. Of course, there is nothing to beat a community interaction, and that will help us to be anti-fragile. Okay, that's built in through a communication channel called Slack. We will use that about it. And this is what I'm saying: unlimited email support from me. Unlimited. As many emails as you want, you can keep sending it. Apart from that, there will be individual calls with me. I will sit with you and I will talk to you about your course, your challenges, and what you need to do at important milestones in the process of launching a pilot. Okay, so there would be at least 3 such incidences. If 1 or 2 more is required, yes, we will fit it into the course structure itself. Okay, all right, but 3 is guaranteed. I've already said the first investment that you need to make is it's going to take about 12 weeks, because you need to do a lot of work from one live call to another live call. This much I can say for guarantee: when I launch this as a full course later, it is going to be minimum 50,000. It might even be more than that. Right now, today, I'm comfortable saying it's going to be 50,000 rupees or more. You are the pilot batch. You are a part of the co-creating. So I'm offering this to you at 25,000 rupees. That's at 50% discount straight away. Does it mean I'm giving you 50% of the course? No, I am giving you 100% of the course, or in fact, actually, it would probably be 150% of the course, because there is going to be a lot of my personal involvement with what you are doing. Once the course gets all fine-tuned and we bring in superb videos and superb all the bells and whistles, that personal touch will still be there, but it will be at a reduced level, because we would have sorted out a lot of issues before that. So that much of a personal attention is not required when we launch it as a course, but guarantees will remain the same, right? In this 12 weeks, here is what I'm saying. You pay me 25,000, you will earn 25,000 back minimum. My goal is to see that you will earn 50,000, because see, that's what is ultimately going to be giving me a kick out of it. In the 12 weeks itself, this earning will happen for you. Delivering your pilot might take a little longer. It might be after the 12 weeks, or you may start even within the 12 weeks, but the money you would have earned that much minimum by the 12 weeks. So this course comes to you at a zero cost. You are only paying first and then reaping the benefit later. If that is not enough, I'm also going to give you a guarantee. This guarantee goes like this: your success is the priority. We'll support you till you launch your pilot, even if it goes beyond 12 weeks. Of course, we expect you to fully participate. That's the condition in the course. That is watching videos, doing the assignments, participating in the question answer calls, and on the one-to-one calls, and work collaboratively with me. After all that, if you are still not satisfied with the results you have achieved, no questions asked, I'll refund the complete money that you have paid. Okay, no questions asked. So there is no way, either you will earn that money or you will get a refund of the money. So this course is literally free for you, but for to know your commitment and that you want it, and it is also a validation check for me that you are willing to pay at least 25,000 rupees to get all of these benefits. So I'm making it completely risk free for you, but you need to make the choice for it. Right now, another part of that is, if you are unable to complete the course in the time frame, you will continue to have access to the course material, so you can work on your assignment after the course ends, and I promise, commit to support you till you get results. Right, it is you getting the results that is more important than the impact is more important to me than the freedom or the money part of it. All right, so this is what I am saying for it. That's why I'm saying this is where there is a two roads that will diverge, so that the road less traveled is more promising. Last thought: today is the first day of the rest of my life. Isn't it so for you as well? How are you going to make today count and tomorrow count better? That's the question that I want to leave you with. And I want to invite you into my life so that I can contribute for the growth of your life starting from today. And today will become the first day of our journey together, right? So that's it from my side. I don't think there is anything more. Yeah. So thank you all, and I welcome you to join with me in the journey. Right. So now, any questions that if you have, you can please ask me for it. So this shows slides have entered. Let me stop sharing and go to the video mode. You can unmute and ask me questions, or give me feedback. You can tell me for it, whatever is the part of it. Good, not bad. Today also I could manage to do it in 50 minutes. Right. So I was, because that's a check for me also whether I would be able to do it. So it's happened. Good. Thank you very much. Right. Sorry, today had been a little less interactive than the other two sessions. But yes, now I'm all yours. You need to talk. If you don't talk, I'll continue talking. So please don't allow me to talk. Right. Yeah.
Now, why do you say the course has to be yearly? Why not monthly?
Okay. That's a no. Course is episodic. Okay. You create a course, you launch a course, and the course may be like right now I am launching a 12-week course. This is the first launch, right? In this launch, I will get certain amount of money. So if I don't launch next batch, I will not make money.
So you mean to say that each batch will be yearly or monthly, or
That's your choice. That's your choice. That depends upon your bandwidth. That depends upon your team size. That depends upon, do you want to reach, that's like you want to go for a summer vacation or a winter vacation like that. Do you want to go and achieve the leverage level, or do you want to achieve, you want to be, okay, I'm happy with course. All right. So in that case, that will be there. No, I want continuous income. See, why it is so? In your life situation, you may be in such a state that financially everything is perfectly all right, but I enjoy sharing my expertise, right? So I will just create and I will put it, whatever organically grows, let it grow. And whenever I want to do it, I will do the course. Okay, right? Whereas when you go into marketing and a little bit of a leverage, if you take it, because you are this, please take it in the right sense, you are no longer needed, but your income will keep coming. Okay, but that's not 100% true. But let's say you are spending 100 hours uh, a week. Now you will be spending 50 hours a week. If you are spending 50 hours a week, you will be spending 5 hours, or you may be spending 2 hours, or you may be spending 5 hours in a month, right? Or you may be spending 5 hours in a year, and your income will continue to go. So up to the course, it is episodic. You do it, you get the income. After that, the systems will take over, and it will drive the marketing, and it will drive the course delivery, right? And again, Mastan is fed up of me saying this. There are only two things in a business: go get your customers and then deliver the promises. Customers have come because you have made some promise. How the hell are you going to see that the promises are met? Right? Only two things that you need to do. There are only three resources. So anything that we do, we come down and we look at it, which is the core level, and you start rectifying it from the core level, right? So that's how it goes about it. Okay. Is my answer
Sure.
clear? Is your question answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Thank you for asking the question. Anyone else? Any other question?
See, normally people invest money to make a minimum profit. In fact,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
the want is enormous profit, but at least taking minimum profit into consideration.
Right.
That for the 25,000 rupees of investment, guaranteeing 25,000 rupees return. Why don't you give a guarantee of 50,000? So people will be more comfortable.
All right. The actual reality is not 50,000. The numbers that I gave it in the other slides, that is what is possible. Okay. But it does not depend on me. It depends on you. All right. So I am making this completely risk-free. So that's what is I am covering in the guarantee. All right. I will be unhappy if you make only 25,000 rupees. If you make 50,000 rupees, I will start smiling, and we will dance and have a party if you make a couple of lakhs out of your pilot. Okay.
Wonderful.
And if you, it depends upon, again, a lot of other things. It depends upon, you take it international, lakhs is nothing, but you need to take it international, because India, the market has not matured enough. That means it's good. We are the early pioneers, and we are going to go and make a mark over it. Okay. So if you don't do anything else, also this should be sufficient, is what I want to say. But when you come to that level, you will say, hey, no, wait. This is something which I do, and there are various things that I can do. The focus will shift from money to how many people can I impact. Okay. And that is what I am sure every single person in this call right now wants to, and the other people that I know and get associated with me want to. Okay. All right. I mean, I'll take Srini asking me this question. So let me take his own example only. Anything that he talks about the world. And if you say, no, 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 that is too big, you say, okay, then let's take cosmos. Okay. Forget about, anything small. Okay. So, right. That's the way he is. And I am aware of that. And, that's what has actually brought us together. He said, yeah, okay, all right. Me crazy for sure, and this man is doubly crazy, so no problem. Two crazy people, good. Two sane people, I don't know. Two crazy people, certainly good. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, thank you very much for asking that question. Any other question anyone would like to ask? Okay. I have not got this question, but during the 12 weeks, how much time that you need to devote for your learning? Okay, might come at some many times people ask that question, so let me tell you for it. Let me give you a range. You need to spend minimum 5 hours. If you say I cannot spend 5 hours, it is going to be less than that. If you are going to be consistently putting some time every week, it is okay, you come in. It is only going to take a little longer. But unfortunately, it will not be 12 weeks, right? Five hours, you said, if I'm going to spend 3 hours or 2.5 hours, will it be in 24 weeks? No, it will be 48 weeks, right? There is a threshold. 5 to 10 hours is in the range. If you are there in 12 weeks, it will happen. If you reduce that time, it will take much longer time, but you will achieve it if you stick with it. Consistency is more important over there, right? If you increase the time, will it reduce the time? Certainly you will achieve it faster, but that can go in two ways. One, you may go and get in-depth knowledge and you spend more time that you are spending on a weekly basis in gaining a complete grasp of these concepts for it. So in which case you will get the results in 12 weeks time. All right. Otherwise, you may get it much faster. I know people personally who have done it in about 6 weeks time. I know people who have done it in about 10 weeks time. And I know people who are doing it in 15, 16 weeks or 18 weeks, 20 weeks time also. All right. That depends upon the individual. And that is also the reason why I gave the guarantee. See, life is like that. We are here today. All right. And things can change, right? And things can change like that. When it changes, that your priorities will change and you may not be able to give the time that you want to give. No problem. Okay. No hurry. It's your heart and it's your intent and it is what you want to achieve for yourself in your life is what is important for me. Take as much time as you want. I will be with you and see that you get the results that you need. And that's the promise that I am making. That's the commitment that I am giving. Okay. So in terms of knowing, 5 to 10 hours is good. More than 10 hours, you're welcome. Right. And there's a lot of things that we can do. All right. So I am also not able to think of any other question. Yeah. Thank you, Hema ma'am.
Can
Yes.
everyone shine in the online business?
Yes. Can you be resilient and can you be resourceful and can you make yourself anti-fragile? Or let me even rephrase the question. Would you like to be? Then yes, you can shine in the online, because rest of it is knowledge. Okay. Influencing customers, I am not talking about that simply because I know you already have it. Okay. Because otherwise you would not have got what you have got. You have not reached the position that you have reached without those two things, right? You might not call them customers. That's the only thing. At least do you have one friend in life? That means you have understood that person. I don't need any more proof for it. That is validated. All right. So at any point of time, have you in your whole life, have you made one person to change one perception that they held, mental mind shift? It has happened. You have influenced that person. You have sold to that person. You are capable of it. Only thing is there are many tools, techniques and tips and things like that which will make it happen. So I know you already have that. That's why I didn't even bother to touch on it. And I touched on this question, these two. If you do it, who can stop you? Except only one person, yourself. All right. And even that we will come in and do many things, but ultimately it is your decision. It's your destiny that you need to do. So can anybody and everybody? Yes. Only thing is it takes the time frame will be changing. It can happen in 3 months. It can happen in 2 years. It can happen. Majority of the time, including myself, spend a lot of time from pre-course to pilot stage. Decades have gone. Okay, I have a book which is half written, which I shared 15 years back. It is still in that stage only. It has not gone to publishing. Okay, all right. Many people who want to do a course and they want everything is there, but the course has not happened. This pre-course era to pilot is the biggest challenge. After that, the engine has started and the train has started moving. The momentum will pick up. Okay, so that is what this course is going to do. That's why I'm stopping it there. He says after that, you cannot be stopped except yourself. Okay.
And post-COVID,
Hmm.
is it necessary that online programs should also be connected with some sort of an offline program to increase the leverage?
Okay, super. For this, there are two different answers that I want to give. Yes, you can make everything completely online and be there, right? But I also know that meeting together in a physical space in the same room has its own charm. Online can never provide. It will certainly do it. So yes, it is good to do it, but we can wait for it when situation comes. That is one answer. The other answer is it also depends upon how you want to structure your business, right? And so based on that structure, it might happen a little earlier and you may figure out a ways of doing it. Now, there are the top leaders are doing virtual live events. They're not providing recordings of it. You got to be physically present at the moment at that particular time, and they do that. And they try to make, and Danny Iny has done a fantastic job of it, and he's having something else coming up in December called Teach Your Gift, where he does a 3 days live session, live course. If COVID situation was clear, it would have been okay, maybe now it might become live plus virtual. Okay, but there is going to be a live component. Live, I don't think we can remove, and having live as a component is certainly helpful, but to scale up, online is the way. Okay, physical cannot be scaled up so easily. I'm not saying it cannot be scaled up. It cannot be scaled up so easily, and it costs a lot of money to scale up. Online costs only a little bit more, and you can scale up as you want it. Okay,
Sure.
all right, so thanks.
Thank you for the wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? All right. So my final question, if you are ready to take up the course, you can type in saying I'm ready to join. Okay. If you want to talk to me, you can say yes, I will talk to you. I will make a personal call and talk to you, and you can tell me for the various, if there is anything else that you want to share for it. For that part. So yes, today we have shot by 6 extra minutes, but that's in the question answer session, so that's okay. Question answer session we are permitted to overshoot for that. So thank you very much for everyone for being here. So we'll close the meeting at this particular point of time, and I will talk to each one of you in person because it's a small group, and this batch is going to be a very small batch. Purposefully, maximum I will go up to 20 people joining in this course, not more than that. More than that I will not take. Less than that is perfectly okay. All right, 10 is a fantastic number. All right. So it would be somewhere between 10 and 20 is what I want to. I hope to achieve in this particular batch. Okay. And this batch is special because this is the first premier batch that we are going to be having. All right. So thank you very much, and we'll stay in touch. Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Anna. It was very insightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anand.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna.
Nice,
Thank
nice
you.
to
Thank you,
meet a
sir.
good number of new friends too.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Srini, I had told you that I would also connect you to Mastan. Mastan, that connection I am yet to make it. I'll make it at some point of time today or tomorrow.
I'll also
Okay, sir.
I'll also make a suggestion, because
Yes.
I'm off late becoming more active in this democratic education. Whenever you're
Right.
forming a group, see you're coaching for about 10 people or 20 people. There can be a powerful interconnectivity among those 10 or 20 people, where the rest of
Right.
their knowledge also can get shared between them.
Absolutely. That is a given.
Everybody is in the same objective, but maybe the topics are different. The fundamentals are the same.
Absolutely.
So if they can interact, I think it will be something like you as a key resource person, and there will be 10 more powerful interactions. That will add up much more value.
One.
I think you can guarantee a minimum 1 lakh at that stage.
Yeah. By design, it is like that. That is why we spoke about also the community. This group, the group which gets together becomes the community, and the community will help because the objective is the same. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for pointing it out. It will be
Thank
there.
you. Thank you. All the best.
All right.
You.
Yes. So, Sangeeta, you can close the meeting. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you.